Alright guys, and there you have it. We've got Claire all set up, walking around Emmy's diner.
Ink ribbon.
Excuse my voice, I'm still recovering, but I am so bored from sitting on the couch that I need to work on something. So, after the reaction and messages and everything I got about Emmy's diner, which I'm still finalizing, I decided to go ahead and start working on remaking Claire as close to the original as possible. So today I get to show off some of the fancier software that I have, namely Character Creator. It's gonna look like a fancy version of like Create-A-Sim, but this is very expensive software, and it's great if you are someone who doesn't really have like a team, or don't have the time to make characters completely from scratch. I'm gonna leave her bikini on for now, but we're just going to focus on her face, and I'm going to show you guys something really cool that we can do. I did this render of her head without eyelashes because that causes problems, and basically I'm aiming for like Dark Side Chronicles Claire because that's the best Claire, So we're going to drag this photo in, female, clean rough, and generate, and now we wait. Alright, so we've got a base for Claire. You can see it still needs quite a bit of work, but it's a start. And you'll also notice that she is bald. We're gonna take care of all of that. We gotta do one thing at a time. So let's fix her face. Let's give Claire just a little bit of, she doesn't really wear a lot of makeup, so I don't want to go overboard. I want to keep it light, because Claire is kind of a tomboy when it comes to stuff like that. But, we want to make her look good. See, like, that's way too much. Alright, we want to turn down. So there you go, just a light bit of makeup, and then I want to give her, like, a little bit of, like, not lip gloss, but, like, she put on, like, chapstick. What's a good color for Claire? Nude? Oh, too light. Oh god, this is where my color thing comes in and I get so picky. Alright, that'll work. Let's just turn down the opacity. There we go. Okay. Alright, I need at least her head texture. That's not terrifying at all. Now, I'm gonna go for Code Veronica hair because that's essentially Resident Evil 2 hair in HD. Alright, that'll get tucked in. So basically, I figured out how Claire does her hair. So imagine her hair's down, she parts it in the middle and puts it behind her ears, but she's got long sideburns, and then the rest of it goes up into a ponytail. And that's essentially what I'm trying to recreate right now. I'm a little too into Resident Evil, you know what I mean? Now I know what I'm doing doesn't look that impressive, but I'm going to show you guys a really cool tool for making hair that has helped me so much, in case any of you guys are 3D artists. It's called Hair Tool. So basically I make the general shape of the hair, mark this seam as sharp, and presto, I've got some hair, sorta. Whoa. Alright, let's change the hair color. After being happy with the color, I just started kind of shaping her hair the way I wanted it, including her, her bangs, her sideburns, and then also the base of her hair where the ponytail, would be. That's basically where all her hair would be pulled up, and you gotta just make it match correctly. I just do that with half a sphere, and then I use a curve to make her ponytail. Alright, it's looking like Claire's hair now. Whew, I was worried for a second. In case you didn't know, the official name of the donut shape is Taurus. Or the scientific name, whatever. Now all I gotta do is add some wispies. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off the hair on my own, and we're gonna move on. Now here in Marvelous Designer, I am making all of her clothing. This program's really interesting because it requires like real life methods of stitching clothes together. Alright. We're off to a pretty decent start, I'd say. Looking good. Let's just keep going. Now, I have to figure out what the hell is going on underneath Claire's outfit. Like, is it a full bodysuit? Is it shorts and a shirt? We've never really gotten an answer to this, but I'm just gonna treat it as shorts because I don't know what else to do. Okay, so now we have her vest. Okay. Well, it's a pretty simple pattern. I'm trying to figure out how to do the collar. Let's just try and see what happens. Now, once again, I am back in Marvelous. This time I'm working on her vest, and it's cool because it's got an actual like zipper function, so I can make it as accurate as possible. And I forgot that as I was recording all this, I was jamming out to music. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Anyway, let's go back to this and give Claire a big wedgie because her shorts kept sliding down. Okay, now here I'm in ZBrush. I'm just adding a bunch of, little sculpting details that I can bake onto the low poly. This is standard procedure, texturing, all that stuff. This is just how games work. Basically, it's to make it not have an enormous amount of polygons so that the game runs smoothly in the engine because, that's what you want games to do. But here I'm just, adding detail to the vest, the shorts. I start working on the sort of ripped denim material. I still have no idea what the hell kind of fabric her outfit is made of. I can't tell if it's denim or what, but anyway, here I just started rigging her up, dressing her, making her gloves, which making gloves for me personally is very, very difficult to do. But this is my method where I just make a copy of her hand and then I just edit it from there. It's probably the easiest way to make gloves in case you ever want to. And then I'm just unwrapping the mesh, texturing the mesh, exporting it again to ZBrush so I can add a lot of details that no one will probably be able to see, like little bumps and stitching and whatever. But it's nice to have that stuff just to, for good practice. When I was in school for video game art, all my professors told everyone the same thing. They're like, I know that you all are learning 3D and you want to make characters, but get good at something else because character art is very difficult to do, and it's because you don't just make a human. You have to make every part of them. You have to also be able to do hard surface, which is things like shoes, and then you have to do hair and clothing and the detailing that goes on with those. It's so much that it encompasses, and a lot of character artists actually don't really find their work that interesting. It's sort of just like, well, I can do it and it pays the bills, so I do it. Just something to think about. Now, because I have so much difficulty with shoes, I kind of create a very, very basic block out, and then that this is just kind of to silhouette where the boot is going to go, and then I'm going to, once that is done, I'm going to export it and sculpt it and add in all those details, and then from there I can, just like before, bring it to the low poly, except this time I'm going to use the high poly as a base to sort of trace it with better topology, which you will see in just a moment. You see all these squares are polygons? Look at how many polygons are here. Alright, and then I remembered to make her buckle, and then I just kind of skipped ahead because it's the same process as the clothes and you don't need to see it again and again. So here I just threw on her boots, and then I edited her face a little bit just to make it look nicer, more like Claire, Alright, and I reworked her face a little bit, just because she looked good from the front, but she looked a little weird from the side, but I think that's a better profile than what I had before. And I do have her knife. I will be adding that in Unreal Engine, but as for right now, I think I think she's pretty much done. Let's go ahead and export and see what happens. Okay, now in theory this should work. Look at that, we got Claire running around. Woo! Oh my god. We also gotta clear her skin up. She's very, very oily for some reason. Da 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 da. Alright guys, and there you have it. We've got Claire all set up, walking around Emmy's diner in Unreal Engine. I've officially gone farther than I ever thought I could when I first started learning about 3D graphics, and oh my god, I feel so accomplished. Woo! Oh crap, I forgot her knife. Alright, well there's Claire in Emmy's diner. I guess the next thing to do is to remake the opening cutscene. And I guess I'll save that for the last part of this, which is going to be facial motion capture and animation and camera angles. Woo! It's so much work. Alright, well, I hope you guys don't mind me doing this one more time. Also, on my website, you can actually download this. This is going to be the 0.5 version. I should have it up by the time this video is up. If you want to download it and play around in it yourself, you're more than welcome to. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here, but until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon. And a very special thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Your extra support means the world to me and helps me keep making content for you guys.